Everyone tells you what not to do when finishing wood. But what actually happens if you do those things anyway? I tested 7 common wood finishing mistakes side by side, and some of the results were more obvious than others. Let's start with mistake number 1, skipping proper surface preparation. For the test, one piece was properly sanded and cleaned, while the other was finished with a poorly prepared surface. The difference was immediate. The properly prepared wood produced a much more even finish, while the rougher surface looked inconsistent and showed imperfections much more clearly. And that leads to mistake number 2, using the wrong sanding approach. Sanding isn't just about making wood smooth. The final surface affects how evenly a finish is absorbed and how the finished wood looks. If you stop too early, scratches can remain visible. But going excessively fine isn't automatically better either, because some finishes need the surface to accept them properly. The key is following the recommended preparation for the specific finish you're using. Mistake number 3. Applying a coat that's too thick. This one is easy to make. It can be tempting to apply more finish because you want better coverage in one pass. But a thick coat can take longer to dry and may produce an uneven surface. A properly applied thinner coat often gives you much better control. And that brings us to mistake number 4, finishing a dusty surface. Dust is one of the easiest ways to ruin an otherwise good finish. Even tiny particles can become trapped in the coating and create a rough texture. That's why cleaning the surface and controlling dust in your workspace matters so much. Mistake number 5 is rushing the drying time. You finish one coat and think, it looks dry enough, so you immediately apply another. The problem is that the surface may look dry while the finish underneath is still curing. Applying another coat too soon can affect the final result. Always follow the manufacturer's recommended drying and recoat times. Mistake number 6. Finishing in poor environmental conditions. Temperature, humidity, airflow, and dust can all affect how a finish behaves. If the workshop is extremely cold, hot, or humid, drying and curing can change. And even a great finishing technique may produce poor results if the conditions aren't suitable for the product. Always check the product instructions before starting. And finally, mistake number 7, using the wrong finishing product. Not every finish is designed for every project. Some finishes are better for durability. Others are chosen for appearance, ease of application, or a particular sheen. A finish that's perfect for one project may not be the best choice for another. So what did the test actually show? The biggest lesson wasn't that one finishing product is always better than another. It was that preparation and process matter. A good finish starts long before the finish goes onto the wood. Prepare the surface properly. Use the right sanding process. Apply controlled coats. Keep the surface clean. Give each coat enough time. Work within the recommended conditions. And choose a finish that matches the project. These steps may sound simple, but skipping just one of them can make the difference between a professional-looking finish and one that makes your project look unfinished. And remember, different finishes have different application requirements. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions for the specific product you're using. Because the goal isn't simply to put finish on wood. The goal is to create a durable, even attractive surface that makes the entire project look better. Which finishing mistake have you made before? Dust in the finish? Uneven coats? Poor sanding? Or rushing the drying time? Tell me in the comments. And subscribe for more practical woodworking experiments, finishing tips, workshop mistakes, and DIY woodworking projects. Thanks for watching.